4 clubs, 4 sagas, and more drama than a Netflix binge. Sancho's flirting with a Roman reboot. Arsenal are playing Will They One They with Eberechi Eze. Isak's gone full striker strike to force a Liverpool move, and Garnacho. He's ready to sit out a year just to wear Chelsea blue. This transfer window isn't just hot, it's boiling over. Let's dive in before the next twist drops. Arsenal fans, brace yourselves. The Eberechi Eze saga just took another twist, and of course, David Ornstein is right in the middle of it. The Athletics transfer oracle has dropped the latest. Arsenal might activate their interest in Crystal Palace's star midfielder later in the window, but right now, he's less of a priority. Yep, the Gunners have already gone on a summer shopping spree, bagging Kepa, Zubimendi, Norgard, Madueke, Mosquera, and Gyökeres, so you'd think they're full. But apparently, there's still a little room left for dessert. Eze has been linked to Arsenal for weeks, but Palace wants £68 million. Arsenal? They'd prefer to pay, well, let's just say, less. And now that wonderkid Ethan Nwaneri has signed a new deal, locking down that creative 8-10 role, the urgency to sign Eze has cooled off. Ornstein even said this was mainly on the radar when Nwaneri might have been leaving. But here's the spice: Eze grew up an Arsenal fan. He'd love the move. The only problem? Arsenal already have Odegaard, Nwaneri and Max Daumann in that creative slot. So, do they really need him right now? Former Arsenal winger Theo Walcott has chimed in too, and he's basically saying, "Eze mate, think about the World Cup." With 2026 on the horizon, Walcott reckons Eze should stay at Palace where he's guaranteed game time, instead of risking being a bench warmer at the Emirates. Oh, and as if Arsenal fans didn't have enough to process, the Sun's reporting that Atalanta's Ademola Lookman has rejected a move to Arsenal. Apparently he's holding out for Inter Milan. The Gunners' £45 million offer? Not enough to change his mind. So here's where we stand. Arsenal could still make a move for Eze late in the window if the price is right. But for now, it's more of a maybe later than a right now. Spurs are lurking, Palace are holding firm, and Walcott's warning is ringing in Eze's ears. What do you think? Should Arsenal splash the cash and bring Eze home? Or should they sit tight and trust Nwaneri? Drop your thoughts below. And yes, Spurs fans, you're allowed to comment too. Just keep it civil, or at least creative. Alexander Isak, Newcastle's star striker, Carabao Cup hero, Champions League qualifier, and now public enemy number 1 on Tyneside. Yep, according to Newcastle insider Craig Hope, Isak is officially on strike. Not injured, not resting, literally refusing to train, all because he wants a move to Liverpool. The Reds already tested the waters with a £110 million bid. Newcastle said, nope, and since then, silence. No second offer. The problem for Newcastle is simple. They can't find a replacement. Their top target, Benjamin Sesko, just joined Manchester United, and the clock is ticking. Isak's stance? Crystal clear. His camp has told him, show no weakness. Don't back down. And he's following orders, so much so that he's skipping Newcastle's Premier League opener against Aston Villa and will get fined for it. Behind the scenes, there's even more drama. His agent, Vlado Lermic, apparently sees this as his last big deal before retirement, which means he's pushing hard to make it happen. So what are Newcastle's options? Craig Hope says they've got 4 scenarios. Scenario A. Let Isak return, reintegrate him, offer a new deal with a release clause or a promise he can leave next summer. Scenario B. Sign a replacement now, then cash in on Isak before the deadline. Scenario C. The most likely keep him against his wishes, hope he cools off, and gamble on him returning to the squad after the 1st of September. Scenario D. Sell him now and make do until January with Anthony Gordon and Usain Wissa, who's expected to join from Brentford soon as Eddie Howe's only strikers. The verdict? This is a total mess. The relationship between Isak and Newcastle looks fractured. Liverpool are waiting in the wings, and every day that passes makes this more like a transfer soap opera than a football deal. So, is Isak about to force his way into Anfield glory, or will Newcastle slam the door and make him play the long game? Let me know in the comments. And Liverpool fans, don't lie, you'd welcome him with open arms tomorrow. Well. It looks like Jadon Sancho's Manchester United saga might finally be hitting the final chapter, and spoiler alert, it's got a plot twist straight out of Italian football. According to fresh reports, Roma have officially made a move to sign the 25-year-old winger. Yes, the same Sancho who once tore up the Bundesliga, cost United £73 million, and was supposed to be the next big thing. Fast forward to today, he's just come back from an underwhelming Chelsea loan, where he scored a mighty 5 goals in 41 games, and Chelsea literally paid £5 million just to not keep him. Ouch! Now, Roma, managed by Gianpiero Gasperini and backed by the Friedkin Group, have thrown their hat in the ring. We don't know the size of the bid yet, or if it's a loan or a buy, but with Sancho's contract expiring next summer, United can't just send him on a straight loan unless they're cool with losing him for free. At the very least, they'd be happy to get that £250 Kelvin a week wage off the books. This move could be Sancho's shot at a career reboot. The Italian side will be hoping to see that Borussia Dortmund version of him again. 50 goals, 64 assists, and all the flair you could ask for. Meanwhile, Sancho isn't the only one on the Old Trafford clearance rack. Garnacho, wanted by Chelsea, but they're £20 million short of United's asking price. Antony, waiting until deadline day to push for a real Betis move. Tyrell Malaysia, also on the exit list. Bottom line, Roma fans might just be about to get a flashy winger with a point to prove, and United fans might finally get some closure on one of the most frustrating signings in recent memory. So, is Sancho about to become the King of Rome, or just another Serie A? What could have been? Stay tuned. Drop your predictions below. Is this a glow-up or another career ghosting? And hey, if you enjoyed the drama, smash that like button so Sancho's confidence can finally recover. Well, Manchester United's summer clearance sale just hit another snag, and this time it's all about Alejandro Garnacho. The 21-year-old winger is one of 5 players United told could leave this summer, but there's a massive problem. Chelsea and United can't agree on his price. United want £50 million. Chelsea? They're saying £30 million tops, pointing to a Bayer Leverkusen bid back in January as their reference. That's a £20 million gap, and neither side is blinking. According to FABRIZIO Romano, Garnacho's message to United is crystal clear: Chelsea or nothing, and he's doubling down, reportedly willing to sit out for 6 to 12 months rather than go anywhere else. That's bold. Chelsea have tried to get creative too, offering United a swap deal including some big names: Christopher Nkunku, Nicholas Jackson, Axel Disasi, and even Renato Vega. But United aren't biting. Manager Ruben Amorim has already made it clear every one of the 5 unwanted players has a set price. If a club doesn't meet it, they're not going anywhere. No discount, no clearance rack. Amorim even warned rival clubs about playing the deadline day waiting game, saying they could have a surprise if they think United will panic sell. And he's more than happy to keep Garnacho around if it means extra competition for places. In fact, he practically dared Garnacho to fight for his spot, hinting at the upcoming World Cup. If you want to play, you need minutes. If you want minutes, fight for them. So here we are. Chelsea want him, Garnacho wants Chelsea, but United want a cheque big enough to make it happen. Someone's going to have to blink. And right now, both clubs are standing their ground like it's a Premier League penalty shootout. Question is, will Chelsea cave and pay up, or will Garnacho be sulking in the Old Trafford stands until January? Drop your takes below and be honest, would you cough up the extra £20 million if you were Todd Boehly? And there you have it, 4 transfer sagas, 4 cliffhangers, and about 100 unanswered WhatsApps between agents and directors of football. From Sancho's Roman holiday tease, to Arsenal's Eze, or not to Eze dilemma, to Isak's Liverpool love letter, and Garnacho's Chelsea or bust standoff, this summer window is starting to look less like football and more like a Netflix drama. One thing's for sure, the final days of this window are going to be chaos, and we're here for every twist, tantrum, and here we go. So, strap in, keep your notifications on, and remember, in football, anything can happen, especially when the fax machines start overheating. See you in the next update, unless Fabrizio beats me to it.